How y'all doing out there? It's me, your boy B Trev, and I got two special guests with me that I've known forever. Forever. One of them I knew before she was here. I know I said that the podcast was called Concrete Conversations, but I had to change that due to somebody else having it. And the new name is the Whatever Trevor Podcast, and it came to me because I was so stressed out that one of my friends saw it in my face, and she said, "You'll figure it out. You'll be fine." And I said, "No, I won't." And as she was leaving the store, she said, "Whatever, Trevor." And it came to me. So it's called the Whatever Trevor Podcast. So with that being said, we got two wonderful mothers on here. One's been a mother a little longer than the other one. Yep. So two different answers, two different cultures, but you know, you're going to get to it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, right here we got my friend Brittany. Hey. Paisley Funk on IG. She does hair.
Yeah.
And my sister, hey. I am Shamika Marie, songwriter, artist, mother, my therapist that I don't pay.
You gonna send that man a bill?
She gonna send me a bill though.
Yeah.
Invoice coming. Hey.
Yeah, so we just gonna sit here and figure out the it's called Mothering and Mental Health this episode, so we just gonna get into it. So I'm gonna go with Brittany first. We're gonna ask Brittany the question, then we're gonna ask Shamika.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So what was one fear that you had when you found out you was pregnant?
Well, my situation was a little bit different because we struggled with infertility. So we had to go through, you know, I'm not getting pregnant. What is the problem? Is it me? Is it you? This whole, it's not happening. Like, what are we doing wrong? Like, and we went through Shady Grove. So then it was like a whole bunch of tests that I had to go through. And then it was like insurance or paper, you know, all the like legit stuff that you have to do. And then we made the plan because Jay and I found the area of we were 25% of Americans who had unexplained pregnancy. Mm-hmm. So we started with IUI. It's called intrauterine insemination. So it's like they do this before you do IVF, which is the in vitro stuff.
Okay.
So it was a lot trying to get pregnant, then going through this, and you see friends getting pregnant and everybody else like do their thing. And then we had our first IUI, and there's like a lot riding on this because, I mean, it's a lot to go through it, and then you have it, and I forget how many days after they like do the thing, the procedure, that you have to do a blood test to see if you're pregnant, and the first one didn't work. And that is like the biggest letdown. Like, already not getting pregnant, then you have this, I don't want to say false hope, but you have this hope that this is going to happen, and it doesn't. And I was like, I can't do this. It was rough. Like, I was like, Jay, I don't think I can do this again. I don't know. And next thing you know, I was still going and getting tested because you had to like give blood every other day because they want to see where your cycle is. And it came down to it like, okay, it was like after Thanksgiving, like, here's your window. And I was like, are we doing this again? Jay's like, I don't know, because I don't know. It was a lot. And we had talked about, okay, maybe we need to foster. We can foster to adopt. Because, like, I don't want to do this. Like, this, the medicine to put into my body, and it was a lot. And then we had the second one, and the second one worked. And it was like, oh, shit, I ain't pregnant. There ain't no way. The first one, like, I did all this, and here we are again. It didn't work. And then it was like, okay, I'm getting up every morning at 2 o'clock and I'm peeing. I'm like, okay, I don't get up at 2 a.m. to pee. Like, I sleep, I'm out. Great. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is it. This is happening. And so then it was like, oh, shit. What do we do now? Because we work avant-garde jobs. So I'm like, who's going to watch our kid? He works like, was rotating schedules. I work till 8, 9 o'clock at night. I don't want to give up my career because I cater to the working folk. Mm-hmm. And he can't really get out of it because of his job. So then it was like, okay. We got time. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. But we were excited because we had been through hell to, like, try to have a kid. And then now it's, like, here. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, all right. I can do this. Yeah.
Well, she's here.
She's here. She's here.
So it worked out. Yeah.
She is a firecracker.
I wonder who she get that from.
I have no idea.
All right, Shamika.
How gotta
All right, so you was a lot younger.
I was a lot little younger.
Yeah, he was. So what was the one fear that you like?
Having which child? All of them? Of fear. What was the question, my guy?
What was one fear you had when you found out you was pregnant?
One fear.
Or one, I guess, worry?
A worry, a concern.
Yeah, concern maybe.
You know, I think every mother or father wants to be the best for their child. Provider. That's probably one thing that went through my mind. Just it being an unexpected pregnancy. So you tried with your husband. You wanted, the mind was like, oh, I am?
Oh, crap.
Really? I know I'm doing the things that get you there, but, it happened. I was happy. I'm not going to hold you. I won't say that I worried about being with the father of my kids. The stuff we shouldn't worry about. I never worried about if I would be the best mom. I knew I would do what I had to do.
And then I always feel like it doesn't matter what age. Babies are a blessing. Like,
yes. I had my village. So I was here in Maryland. So
yeah, babies
I didn't have any worries, honestly. My last child, I worried. He was born with a hole in his heart. So a lot of worry, a lot of stress. But no worries as far as me and my performance or doing what I have to do for them. We're all scared.
We're all scared. Yeah, we are. And I'm scared from the future.
But it wasn't one thing. I was like, I don't know. I was excited. I was so excited. I was.
And then it's like this bubble. Because then there's all these questions. Okay, what if? What am I going to do?
I think the worry comes when they're actually here. Yeah.
Yes. Because you don't know. And everybody's different. You don't know.
Mm-mm. Yeah. I never really had a fear when I found out I was going to be a dad because he had a kid first. He made it look cool. He kept you and made it look cool. So I'm like, till I found out, I was like, we was in the sonogram place and it was this whole, I'll never forget, it was like a 3D sonogram and the lady said, well, what do you want, Dad? I was just kidding. I was like, man, give me one of them little girls, right? She said, you got your wish. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. If I'd have said a boy, would that work? Nah, but yeah, that was the best thing I need.
What was your worry, though? What was your concern?
What was my worry?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Me and her mother were from two totally different cultures. So I was like, man, if I mess up, am I going to be like the typical, like, baby daddy? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But the problem is, the two different cultures, where we grew up, we were a mix. Like, you don't see...
Yeah, but down North Harford, it was. Like,
well, that's what...
It's so close and so different.
Right. Because, I mean, you can even... The difference between the Route 40 schools versus, like, it's different. But as someone who grew up with you, for your first thing to be like, oh, my God, like, that just bothers me. Because we're all people.
Mm-hmm. But that was, like, something I was like, man, if I mess up, am I going to be, like, labeled? Like, you know what I'm saying? And but at the same time, she kind of, like, helped me through it. So by the time Ava was here, it was like, man, so breathe, give me that. You know what I'm saying?
So that's good.
We don't even need you. Nah, but it was great. I couldn't have picked a better person to have the first and only with. So, yeah, only on that.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so my next question is: parenting going the way you thought it was?
What kind of question? As a parent, you wrote that question down. But
I'm in this dream world. Okay, so like the running joke was, yes, I have a lot more personality than my husband. My husband's quiet, blonde hair, blue eye, big old teddy bear man. I prayed for her to have, his personality. He's calm, he's patient, kind. This little brat come out looking just like him, but the girl got my attitude times 10, and I don't know, like, how to navigate. Like, we spent some time in some therapy because she is a spitfire, and just that oil vinegar, like, you just trying to get to mesh.
So your answer is no.
Correct. Okay. Correct. Because, you pray for whatever you pray for, and they're going to be like, ha, nope.
Watch this.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Watch this one.
You pray it, and I'm going to take it away. Like, that's just, yeah. I'm afraid for my future, I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, you be all right.
I mean...
You're just getting started.
I know. But I am afraid. Because kids are awful. Kids are awful. And what we've battled with this last year, kids are just awful. That's what I'm afraid about.
So you ain't really afraid. Yeah, it's the outside.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Did we think parenting or something was like what we thought it was?
You said kids are awful to like everything without.
It was true. I mean, kids are not like what we had growing up. I feel like
This time, the
this time is
times are
rough.
awful.
Yeah.
The times are awful.
Yeah. And like breaking the boundaries and like what we had growing
Setting
up.
the boundaries
Yeah.
is the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it going the way you thought it was?
Parenthood?
Yeah.
I have no intentions. I'm learning as I go. And my daughter knows that. And my boys, they don't care to know anything. They get all the love they need. So, I mean, I love the way it's going for my children. My stresses have nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
It's something I've learned to keep separate. You know, not even really show what mommy's going through because I don't ever want them affected by my responsibility.
And I had
You know?
a friend of mine who said, kids only know what you tell them.
That's true.
Kids
And I
don't
know
know.
what you show them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I would have never known. I mean, we had like eating grilled cheese and soup for dinner one night.
I didn't know nothing
peanut-
growing up.
yeah,
I stayed in a
peanut butter,
child's
like,
place. I was
That's
told that every day. Stay in a child's place. Grown folk are talking. you
you
feel
would have
me?
seen and I heard.
Yeah. Soft head make a hard head make a soft and vice versa. There were so many sayings that we didn't try this. I didn't get out of my class. I stayed in the child's place.
Yeah,
That's where I was trained, raised to do.
I was definitely scared to not.
And
I
then
always
say
wanted to be in a
today,
child's place.
Kids are just growing up. They're not being raised.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say there's no boundaries. I mean, it's your hand's not on them.
Yeah.
You got to keep your hands on them, no matter how old they get.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like my mom and my aunt, my grandmother kept
Still
hands
here.
on me. Like,
Oh, they did, because
My
I
mom
still
is still
remember.
here.
I remember his grandmama. In school this first.
So the foundation is so important.
yeah, I never wanted to go through that again. But all right. So, with that being said, what kind of support do you have in place, and how do you communicate if you having a bad day, like with your mental health needs?
Still learning that. Still learning. Because you have good days and you have bad days. Your kid has good days and bad days.
So is your husband your support system?
He is. And my parents and friends. Because Jay's schedule, he's not home or he's sleeping. And with stuff that has happened with my child this year and like going through her stuff and like her mental toolbox of things that help her, something that was told to us was like, if we are going through something, if we are frustrated, if we are mad, if we are sad, was to vocalize to her that says, I'm frustrated right now and this is why. And I need you to kind of give me a few minutes to like calm down. But that's not something like my mother would have said to me, I'm frustrated, give me a few. Like Charmaine would be like, "Bah!" And I'd be like, okay, no, where it's like, okay, because she is 8 and she is trying to recognize what's going on in her world too, because okay, if mom's acting like this, did I do something wrong? Or that's, so it's a learning of like how to contain yourself to like reflect on your kid, so that way she can see that you're having a bad day. So when the time comes that she has a bad day, because there's times where this kid, we want to like screaming and yelling at us, and I'm like, get out, get away, because you better get right with the Lord, because girl ain't gonna be pretty.
Okay. What's up, my guy?
You want to answer?
What are you talking about?
Do you got a support system in place?
I have
And how do you communicate it?
routine. You know what was funny? I don't think I needed. I didn't know how important. I know my support system is important. We all know that. That's why it's called a support system. But I didn't think I needed to bring my village through my dark times until I went through them alone, and I realized that's what they're here for.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been learning as far as the mental health goes and
But
everything
also,
connected to it. The village, the support, all that is beautiful. But
and you'll learn who truly is in your village when you're going through something like that. Like, who's gonna step aside and be like,
Yeah.
I got you, even though when you're like, no, I'm fine.
yeah, I'm the isolator. I'm gonna figure this out on my own. I'm gonna get through it.
Now,
But we're
sometimes
only
you
as
too,
strong
bro.
as our village. Yeah, for sure. I'm very, very. It's very important that I start my day at least 3-4 hours before my household wakes up. I need my quiet time. I need my time to get my thoughts out. So I got a routine that works for me these days. It took years to get to that, but I gotta do for me before I do for others. I have to, or I'm pouring from an empty cup.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, it's been a long journey, a long process. Even learning like what works for me, and we learn every day, but wanting it to work and wanting something that gives you a good feeling at the end of it. Like that's my desire. So I'm constantly learning, but what I have now works. Yeah, my support, everything is in line, and it's in line because I want them there. Because there was times where I was like, "Stay away! I don't even know who I am." But we find pieces of ourselves in the people that were assigned to us. So I try to keep my village tight these days.
Got to.
I have to, yeah.
So, Brittany, you kind of touched on this. So, have you or do you plan to discuss mental health with your kid?
Absolutely. I grew up where my dad, the depression and just the craziness of my dad was batshit crazy. He's medicated and working through that, but not knowing we were growing up, he didn't talk about that stuff. It wasn't there. And then when I had some things going on at my job, and my husband's like, you need to figure this out or you need to go. You were not happy. And the switch of yelling at my kid and she's crying and I'm like, it's a lot. And then with the bullying situation that we had with her, and the going through her mental health and seeing what my bright light of a kid was fun, happy, to see her light be dimmed because these punks at school, and then to try to fight everything I have to get my kid's light to come back, it's hard. And spending 3 months, twice a week, we were in counseling office trying to eat through this. How do we function? Because kids are awful. And when a kid is generally nice and is kind to everybody, not every kid's like that. So to her, be I don't understand why am I getting picked on? Why is this happening? Why? Her screaming and having these episodes of I'm just gonna drink because I can't anymore. The screaming and it's a lot. And we do talk about mental health and having this toolbox of knowing your body, but yeah, you're 8. So we know something's off, so let's figure that out. Mm-hmm. If that's, you need to go upstairs and take 5 minutes, find yourself and come back down, or you need longer, you need to listen to music, you need to figure out because something's not right.
It works for you.
Right, and then we need to come back and have a chat about why did you feel this way? Or really, who was going to sit down with us and talk about our feelings?
Nobody.
Right. So to get a gauge on my kid, who I was, my dad would yoke me up in a heartbeat, oh, you're fine, but you're not fine. So we're trying to break those walls that my kid had. So mental health is big in our house because it tore her down.
So yeah, after experiencing, what I've experienced, I talk to my daughter, 15 right now. I talk to her as much as possible about anything that I find helpful to my mental health. And it may not be in the in the language that I would talk to you in it, yeah. But hey, Alexa, you should start journaling, or babe, you ever tried it? Oh, let's go for a walk this Saturday, and let's try to do that. And I'll just slide little things in our daily routines that she adapts to, and we'll talk about certain things. But I definitely don't think that's a subject we should keep to ourselves, especially after being raised the way we were raised. Yeah. Real talk. Yeah, I'm very, very open and communicating with my kids.
Yeah, I definitely think it's important.
So important.
Yeah, because I didn't really realize how important it was, but
until you experience some shit.
Until you experience, my episode was probably a couple months ago where I really it was the worst possible situation I could be in.
Season.
Yeah, and it was like a bullying situation, but it was an adult attack. And I just felt like, man, they stripped everything from me in 8 months. So I was like, yo, what in the world is going? And then everything that could happen, like everything that could fall on top, that you think, well, at least I still got this. Psych. Psych. The only thing I think that was kind of crazy was my daughter she noticed it.
Oh, the kids.
So she always like, hey, you know, let's play this or let's do, you know. I hated the fact that I felt like she thought it was her responsibility, and I was like, man, I gotta snap out of this. Calling her, getting yelled at sometimes, you know, but it was all in love. So
that's that village.
Yeah, absolutely. So all right. So okay, again, you guys both speak on this. Are there any specific tools or techniques you use to stay grounded for your children? Like if your children experience the worst day ever and you just want to like kind of cave in with them, but you don't. You like, let me, you know, like, is there any techniques?
Techniques. Boundaries. These words.
I mean, I am one to be emotional and cry. I'm also one to like lose my hair to marbles, and I mean, I lose my shit. I mean, it happens.
Strength and tears.
Yeah, like there was a time, I'm not gonna lie, we were leaving the ball field, and she like does this thing. She also, my kid was diagnosed with juvenile arthritis back in March. So navigating like this stuff, and she was finally playing ball. She took one to the elbow, and she does this like whining thing. Let me tell you what. And my husband's like, I'm just like, I'm getting her face. And my husband's like, you can't do that. And I'm like, hell, I can. Because that's what like we're used to. Just and keeping that in because you're like a trash can. You just keep stuffing the damn trash can, and they gonna fly off, right? And
or the bag will bust.
Right. So, right. So we're leaving the ball field, and he was going to work, and he was like, just medicate her and put her to bed. And I was like, so going and like, I didn't pull anything off for dinner. Like, it is 8:30 at night, whatever. I was like, we're going to have a Burger King. And she's doing this whining thing. And I just remember, shut the fuck up. And she's sitting in the back of the car. I can't do this. Stop the whining. I know it fucking hurts. But I can't do this anymore.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what do you want for the Burger King? I want a double. I want a Whopper with cheese and ketchup. Okay.
I bet she did.
And I'm like, here's your food. And she's like, well, I can't eat. And I was like, figure it out. So that was like,
you asked for tools and techniques, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like finally,
I guess that's a tool in the
With the questions.
but then I was like, so I lost my cool. Like, it happens. Because I was like freaking done.
So what technique did you use?
Oh, I screamed. I used the F-bomb is what I used.
Okay.
I tried to walk away, but unfortunately, you can't really walk away in a car.
Yeah, that's a...
Yeah, nope. But walk away. No, slamming doors is a big one in our house.
Does that make you feel good?
Yeah.
You know, one time I did something I probably... it was a jerk. It was kind of like a D-head move, but I had pissed Ava's mom off real bad. And I knew it. The whole ride, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to let her have it. Right? I get to her house to drop her off, and she is furious. She's pregnant, by the way. She's furious. And I said, man, I'm going to go get me something to eat. And she tried to go slam the door. And I said, man, you know what? Let me try this real quick. So when she went to slam it, I stopped it and shut it lightly. And she almost like tried to chase the car. Like, that's like... like, so slamming doors is something that works for y'all?
Well, it's like a two-way street because we'll be like, Lena, stop slamming the freaking door. And she's like, I'm not slamming. Or the elephant feet. Like, we don't walk quiet. So I know when she's bad at shit about something, it's like, do. Shh, the door like slams. And I'm like, girlfriend, can we just not? Can we? Listen, I know you mad. But like,
you sound busy with one.
Yeah, there's a reason why the Lord gave me one girl. That was it. There's a reason why I got one.
So I know one of your techniques.
I wish you would stomp your feet. I wish you. What's one of my techniques since you know?
In the studio.
What'd I do?
Make music.
Oh, my relief away from them?
Yeah.
I do that with them.
Okay.
I mean, it's very rare that I'm away from my 3 children. But when I am, oh, you best believe I'm focused on me. Music is not just an escape. It's therapy. It's therapy for sure. Even when they're around. Sometimes I gotta get it out. You know, it doesn't really matter. I'm really over the techniques and shit. I just ask for communication, you know, on all levels. I'm very communicative with my children. It's not a version that they get that the world don't get. Like, they get all of me. They see all of me. And technique, like I told you, bro, as long as I get a good 3 hours to myself in the morning.
So that is that's how you stay grounded. That's how
I stay sane. Yeah. If I have to wake up when everybody else wakes up and just it's the day started, I'm already gonna have a bad day. That's the wrong side for me. Like, I need that. If you up by 6, I'm gonna be up by 3. You know what I mean? Like, I just have to have
your time,
2 or 3 hours. And that helps me. I've been Gucci. Give me like a good like, I'm great. Seriously. It's been a while, but if you want to go back to when it was mentally terrible, oh Lord. You know what I mean? But having those things in place, just knowing your schedule, your time, and make some time for you. Seriously, before you run to softball, before you do it for your kids, we got to make sure we ground ourselves.
Yeah, because that was just one of those busy days. I went from, I think she had therapy. I had to coach my high school girls and then came back and coached her, and it was just, my tank was empty. But normally I'm good at being like, I need out. I need time. I need to like be. My thing is naps. Like, that's my naps are my thing. Like, I want to recharge that battery. I'm taking a nap.
So that's a technique then.
Okay, that's a tool.
Yeah, that's a tool.
Yeah, rest, because I'm like.
Right.
2 to 4 in my house is rest time. Grab yourself a book.
Gotta set it up. Y'all hearing that? 2 to 4. Take naps.
That's a great. I love that.
Naps and check it out.
Naps. I need that on a can. I need that on a t-shirt. Naps.
All good parents deserve naps in the middle of the day.
All right. So my next question, right? Because I can kind of chime in on this one with y'all, but I want y'all to answer first. But have you ever sought a professional, like a therapist, and was you nervous or afraid for the first time? Because I've talked to this before, and he knows the thing I was scared of, that one word I was scared to hear.
I spoke to a therapist.
Okay, so...
2022, March of 2022.
The first time?
For the first time. Yeah, I was in the darkest space of my life. I didn't know. Postpartum, like everything. I needed it. I needed an outside voice to tell me I wasn't crazy.
So
for
were
real,
you nervous?
It was just like, was I nervous talking to the
No, like the whole day. Like say your appointment's at 2 and you got them.
No, I looked forward to it.
Okay.
I did. I looked forward to it. She gave me some foundational tips. You know what I mean? She gave me an assignment, homework, things to do, to work on, to help me work on myself. So those little things each week, I looked forward to it. She was a great person. Yeah, I mean, someone I can converse with. She was youthful. It wasn't talking at me. We really conversed together. So I didn't know what to expect, but for having one therapist in my life, it went pretty well. And I love the person I was on the other side. So, yeah.
I talked to someone my early 20s. All my friends were still in college. I had a career. I was like, I'm lost. I didn't know I still lived with my home mom and dad, and they drove me insane. And I was like, I'm gonna, like, something ain't right. Like, I maybe need to go talk to somebody. Maybe, like, maybe, because I'm, like, at this point in my life where I was, like, stuck. Like, what do I do?
What the fuck is going on?
Right, because I'm, like, I'm a adult, but I'm not, like, an adult. But I'm, like, I need to leave. But, like, so she gave me homework and was like, you need to discuss. And it was, like, break up with the boyfriend.
Homework.
Yes, the homework. And it was like, write your goals of where do you see yourself in a year? Yeah, where do you set?
It was amazing.
What's your 2-year goal? What do you want? And at this point, I was like, I'm out of here. I'm out. I had a cousin who lived in San Diego, and I'm like, I'm gonna go live with Junior. And my mom was like, hell, you're not. And I'm like, watch me. And I had everything planned. Like, I had been sending like resumes to go for jobs. I cannot remember like what happened, but something couldn't go. But I ended up moving out of my mom and dad's. I got my own place, and like just life just changed, and it was for the better because she brought me into it. Now I have tried to see other therapists because she's no longer in the area, and I can't find somebody that I like because I'm like, well, your life is more messy than mine.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, I know we all got ish, but dang, give me bring me back down a little bit. But the right ones are out there, and I mean, you need a reset.
Thank God for the right ones.
Yeah, you need a reset.
Yeah, I think first time I talked to one, I didn't really understand what was going to go on, so I didn't really I was like, man, I'm just gonna go talk to this lady, and then I can leave. That's what I was thinking.
Were you forced to do it? That's something you was forced to do.
Yeah. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna talk to this lady. I'm gonna go leave, straight up.
But to take that initiative, to know that okay, I gotta do something because I ain't right, is a big step.
Yeah, but I didn't like what happened in the thing.
Okay.
She was like a drill sergeant lady.
Okay.
She was in the military. She's telling me I'm sitting here I feel like a piece of crap right now. Well, you probably are. Like, look at yourself. Look at your life.
You maggot.
And then I finally went and talked to one about probably 3 months ago, and I did my research, and I said, look, I don't want nobody in the military. I don't want no dude. Just find me some. I need a Monday.
Right. And there's traumas too, because there's some people that do better with certain traumas in your life, where you just want someone to be kick your butt to get you back in, life. That's somebody different. Or you need someone that has had trauma with loss or trauma with behavior. There's different types of therapists that have their ideas of what they're better for you, and that's something you have to do is your research.
Yeah, you definitely got to do that, and I do appreciate the what they call it, the pre-screening or whatever. Yeah, I do appreciate that now because they wasn't doing that the first one. They definitely didn't do it.
A pre-screen?
What is it called?
You got a pre-screen?
No, what's it called? It's called something. They call it something else.
The therapist.
It's something where they talk to you and see who they gonna put you with.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But they don't call it screening. They call it something else now. Intake.
Oh.
Intake. That's what they call it.
You are correct.
Yeah, they call it the intake. Yep. So, all right. So, what have you learned? Okay, we gonna What have you learned? Yeah. What have you learned about yourself through the process of managing this mental health?
That I can't break.
Yeah, I'm the shit. You know what I mean? We the shit.
Yep.
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I learned that life is going life. And we just we don't have to roll with it, but we need to figure out, what we need to do to stay in alignment with who God's called us to be. I mean, for me, it's so important that I stay in my purpose. And I know that, life happens and serious stuff happen, little stuff happen, but we gotta balance it out. Everything can be balanced. I truly believe that.
And you
this season.
Yeah, you don't know why you're going through what you're going through, but I've learned that there's a reason why, and I mean that's why we have faith. And for me, I just know okay, this fucking sucks, but
there's a but.
I know that if God's got it. I know I got that faith, but what the last year, I mean, we've been through some stuff, and I mean there was a time where I was I don't think that I can do this, but I did because we are moms and we got to keep doing.
Yeah. I refuse to just shut myself off from the world. I think that was the worst thing I could do. In the earlier, of not knowing what you're going through, you do shit that you don't. Well, I'm not doing that again because I know I'm gonna feel this way again. Yeah. Once you learn, this shit keeps coming back. I'm gonna keep not in the worst way, but life is gonna. It's never just gonna be
It's a damn boomerang because it just keeps
right.
I think
once I learned, I was I can't keep going. I ain't doing that. I ain't even gonna.
Yeah,
because it's in our hands.
Yeah, it is.
It's oh man.
I think one of the things I learned was I was thinking I was doing all this by myself. Every time I walk the house, everybody's life is so much better than mine. Ain't nobody going through nothing.
Man.
And that was and once I found out, when I would tell, when I finally became more comfortable with talking about everything, well, man, I've been going through this. Or one of my other friends, man, guess what? Man, that ain't even nothing compared to what I got going on.
Well, once we open our mouths, it's like me too. I'm like, oh, you too.
And it's because you never know. I swear to cancer is just floating around like fucking confetti anymore. And I swear everybody that I talk to, they know someone that has it or whatever. Like my dad's been fighting bladder cancer, so we have all of this, and then my kid. Like you just have shit, and you're not alone. Everybody's got stuff. Some people don't have a lot of it. Some people it ebbs and flows. We're knock on some freaking wood right now. Well, I got a little bag. Okay. Now don't be worried. I'll be stuffing my trash can here real soon. Okay, it'll be coming.
Oh man, don't let it bust. Don't let it bust.
We got cheer. We got like it's. But you just like go through. You ebb and flow with your crap. But you're not the only one out there. I can say that.
Yeah, no. I learned that. I wouldn't say I learned it late, but I wish I would have learned it sooner.
Oh, I learned it late as hell.
Yeah.
Over 30. What? It was long over 30. You said you saw a therapist at 20 something?
It was like I was like 21.
Amazing. That's some Caucasian shit.
I just like to
You
say,
feel me? Saw my first therapist at 36, I think. What the I was like, Lord.
there's a bunch of points I wanted to jump in on.
Please
but
jump.
The point that I wanted to make is like anxiety just came out for us.
Yeah.
Depression just came
Yeah.
out like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like
You think?
Oh yeah.
COVID brought that.
What?
I mean, you know what?
brought
That's
that.
when I heard the
That's
word
not true.
depression. No,
My
but when
first depression was in 2017.
no, but like I know a lot of people that were like, they couldn't go out. They couldn't do a lot of stuff. They would sit home and they would get depressed,
Man.
anxious,
Yeah.
scared.
When they
Yeah.
make babies.
But we had those feelings when we were in middle school.
But they're just
We
like
couldn't say that
No.
though. You couldn't tell
No.
your uncle.
They thought we just called it being sick.
You're soft. You're a bit like.
yeah. Suck it up,
man.
buttercup.
Oh,
Like
man. There were so many
Yeah.
sayings.
Yeah.
There were so many
What was that?
sayings for our
Oh
feelings.
gosh, what was the one?
Man.
You better stop crying.
I'm gonna give you something to cry about.
Yes, but that was
My mama
amazing.
just said that to
Oh,
my
yeah.
son. I said, please don't do that to my baby in 2024.
But we didn't like.
Please.
We
What
just,
does that mean? Why
yeah.
would you say that? Why not just ask me what's wrong?
Right, but we didn't have that. It was like
Look.
I don't know if. I mean, my grandfather was military. Like, there was a lot of like military presence that were like brought up around like where we live because of the APG. But then it just, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely military presence.
Oh yeah, for sure,
A lot.
for sure. So, what's one piece of advice that you would give a mother that's getting ready to? She's already struggling. The baby ain't even here yet.
Expect nothing. Everything is trial and error. They ain't gonna break.
Yeah.
If something didn't work the first time, try something else again. And no, baby's coming out one of two ways. You can't throw the baby out. Baby's coming out your coca or it's coming out your stomach. So pick one. Go into it because if you say I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna have this baby naturally. Psych! That kid's gonna be like, nope, high blood pressure. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get you out. Let me get you out early. That's what's gonna happen. So just know, kids coming out one of two ways, and everything is trial and error. If it don't work, try something else out. If that don't work, then call a friend.
Okay.
Phone a friend.
What about you?
Look, I mean, just go with the flow.
Right.
Just go with the flow. We're all learning as we go. And I think only strong people, you can study as much as you want for a child. You can study for whatever you want. You can look up this depression, anxiety shit that just happened. But the only thing we could do is live through things.
Yeah.
You know?
I think
the
you just
best
can't be
teacher.
mad at stuff you can't control.
Yeah, exactly. You
Can't give it any focus. We can't
Yeah.
focus on it. You know, I really took my mind off of the things I can't control, and life has been amazing. Because you gotta let go and let God. Not just say it, you have to do it. You have to really
You have to
do
like.
it. Yeah, we have to. And the tools, my tools keep me sharp. I swear. The journaling, the waking up when I need to wake up. For me, like as long as we have those things in place. I mean, whatever you need in place
Right.
for you, whatever we need for us to get through our day. If we could just not make it a routine, but habitual. Like it's a lifestyle.
But don't forget naps.
A lifestyle.
naps,
If
absolutely.
that's what y'all want to do in the middle of the day, y'all do that.
But it's okay
You feel
too
me?
to say that I am not okay.
Yeah.
You are allowed to have those feelings and to know I need to check out. Like I need to take my time. I need to go read a book. I need to go sit outside. I need to know that to say I am not okay and I need some time. It is absolutely okay.
I used to think tears were so weak. Like, seriously. I didn't probably say there's strength in tears until I had sons. And I realized, like, yo, the strongest people cry. Like, only the strongest people cry. It's weak as shit to hold your tears. Like, real talk, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
Okay, so here's a question that I just,
Off the whim.
off the whim, right? And I'm
Just spit it out.
do I? No, I don't. That's why I was giving. It's a question that I would want to know.
Because you should have answered every question just as a parent. You should,
Yeah. But this one is strictly on the woman's side.
Go ahead.
All right.
Spit it out, bro.
Like you said, when y'all need y'all's time, is it frustrating when and maybe this don't account to you, but I know this was something that I would think in my head if my girl told me this. She needs some time. She needs a break. I'm thinking that I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm making it about me.
And I can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, so.
Communication. Like.
So if I just like fall back, be like, yo, she need a space, I'm going to just go to the bowling alley. Right?
No.
That doesn't mean leave the vicinity.
Oh, okay.
That's no problem.
Yeah, like, no, need space as in, like, we need to remove ourselves from the situation. We need to remove ourselves. Either we haven't gone to Target by ourselves just to just wander around and do whatever. Or we literally just want to go and eat Chick-fil-A in our car by ourselves. Or Popeyes. I'm telling you, let me some Popeyes chicken sandwiches. I just need to go and eat without a kid being like, can I get me some mac and cheese? Can I get me a milkshake? I just need silence. I need to sit in my car and listen to my favorite whatever music. If it's a rager today, if I need to listen to Linkin Park, or if I need to listen to some Wu-Tang, it just whatever you need to do, just sit in the car and just be like, I need a moment. So sometimes there's moments you either nap, sometimes there's moments you need to be outside, or sometimes you just need to like sit in your car and scream.
So as a man, we just need to fall back and just support.
It never has anything to do with you. Even when we think it does, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's just an excuse. Yeah.
Literally, we seriously.
Because that creates a bigger
big
problem.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because now it's like, dang, this is about me, but you just made it about
My first time through postpartum? I didn't know I was going through it, but it was his fault. It was all his fault. It had nothing to do with me until I learned I was going through it. I didn't know. It was like, what are you not doing that I need done right now? Why aren't you helping me? Why aren't you?
Right.
Like, why he drink water like that?
So, I mean, it's all up in the air, bro. You know, you really just gotta communicate with your partner.
Yeah.
And not expect a mind reader for real. I was expecting a mind reader during my darkest times. It's like, you've been here. You should know.
I'm glad y'all said that, because I think there's some women out there that still think that. But.
I mean, yeah, we always will. Because who doesn't want their partner to know exactly what they're thinking?
And I feel like
it's a wet dream. It's impossible. You know, it's impossible.
And I feel like as women, we're just like, she has our three hours
We're
in the morning.
doers. Yeah,
like
moms are doers.
I already got the day planned. Like, I already know. Mm-hmm. Like, this is what's happening. We got XYZ today. We got to do this, Okay, I got to make lunch. I got to do this. I got to make sure I pull chicken out of the freezer. I got to make sure, like, do we have spelling words done? I got to make, it's that constant, our brains are like a freaking hamster wheel, and we're already on the next day. Like, by the time that we get through the middle of the day on, like, a Monday, we're already planning for Tuesday.
Tomorrow, right?
Yeah, like, we're already, like, in head, I need to make sure I move this for tomorrow. It's that constant where our brains are a freaking hamster wheel.
We're talking about mothers. We're talking about motherhood, but in our cases, we're running our households. Mm-hmm. There's a man there, but it's still up for us.
Yeah.
It's more than the kids.
Right. I have to physically say to Jay, can you scrub a toilet? Like, can you... Like, men do not see filth.
Not all men. I'm sorry, guys.
Not all men.
You might see the filth.
But my husband also works, like, midnights. And he sleeps during the day. And the last thing that he really wants to do is, like, think about scrubbing a toilet. Where I'm like, we all live here. You pack your lunch, you make dishes. Like, you got to have a job. Like, it's that communication. Can you please do the dishes? It's that communication. It's not just about you. It's a trait we have to learn to slow down, to say, you can't read my mind, but can you please pick up the freaking laundry?
I need help too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I definitely get where y'all coming from. And I want to do this like rapid questionnaire where, it's like maybe a one word answer.
Okay. Say less.
And I'm going to invite Mr. Kevin Ewan to play along if you don't mind.
All right. I'll just stand here.
No, it's a
I mean,
secret.
I want the mic to.
Okay.
Or slide over a little bit.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'll bring the chair this way and then we might
he's
go.
lit.
Yeah, let me see. Alright.
Let's go.
Yeah, I wanted the mic to be able to hear me if you got me talking. Alright. What's up?
Hey.
All right, we gonna go like it's gonna go boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
And then, all right, morning person or night owl?
Night.
Morning person.
Night.
Morning.
Did we get to elaborate or?
I mean, if you want to. Yeah.
I'm both.
Okay, you got.
I mean, if it's musically related, I'm a night owl. I ain't staying up for no bullshit. Because I'd rather be up early. Elaborate.
What was your answer?
I was night because listen, there's a reason why I became a hairstylist. So I had to get up at the butt crack of dawn. Okay. Like I want to 8:00. Like don't get me before 8:00.
Okay.
I just always felt like I could get more done in the morning time. Like I always thought about like, man, I don't want to get stuck in traffic or no stupid. Like I just was always thinking about like being home and accomplishing everything about 12 o'clock.
I mean, I will say it's like when you have a vision of like, okay, I gotta do 3 things and I want to be home by lunchtime, then I won't get up. But
I'm in a pivot right now, like where I'm night. The kids gonna go to bed at 9:30. The wife gonna go to bed about 10:30. I got till about 2.
But you got quiet time.
Edit videos, make my try to figure out scheduling posts and things like that. But I'm back up at 8 where I gotta get them on the bus and stuff like that. So now I might try to adopt what my wife does, and she's at the gym at 5:30 every morning.
It's better.
She back at the house before I even wake up a lot of mornings, and so
that's why we nap.
Yeah, so she don't like napping. That's probably what I'm gonna probably be on your wave where it's like, all right, I got up, I did the gym, I did some reading, I did some work, we put the kids on the bus. I'm gonna sleep till maybe 11:30, and then I get up and try to knock some other stuff out. But yeah, keep
whatever works for you.
Yeah.
All right, so describe one word to describe your parenting style.
Chaos.
Lit. We lit.
That's kind of where I'm, because it's
not the same thing every day.
You said chaos?
Yeah, it's not the same thing every day.
I got 3 personalities to wake up to. I'm like 3 in myself, so we lit.
I mean, I feel like mine is like fun,
yes,
but fierce or something. Like
I think mine is strictly freestyle.
Freestyle, exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mine
But I
is
can't
a
be freestyle.
And the only reason I say that is because, like, I mean, she was a mature kid, I feel like, even at the age of 4 or 5. Like, put your seatbelt on, dad, type stuff. Like, the music's too loud. Put your phone down while you texting. Like, so it was like, and if she didn't want to do something, I'm like, man, we not doing it then. Even if I really wanted to do it. So, it's like,
we chilling.
Yeah. I'm going to stay home and I want to go to Build-A-Bear instead of going to the mall to look at shoes. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost like a freak. Like, I didn't really have like I see most of them dads be like, no, we're going to do this, this, and this. And I'm like, no, that don't work for me. So I just was freestyling, like, to this day.
Yeah.
It's just chaos.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Me.
All right. One way to unwind after a long day.
Could go in several different directions.
But I'm going to just say.
Several different directions, depending on the day. It's either like you're fighting, you're that fight or flight mode. You're surviving.
Okay.
You said how I relax at the end of the day, right? The end of the day?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I can watch a good movie, too.
I didn't. Probably journaling, meditating. Like, if I can get there. Like, sometimes I don't even it's hard to even get there.
Yeah.
Because by the time the day ends, it's so late. And I know if I actually get to start writing, it's hard to stop. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to get up at some point. Mm-hmm. So let me just try to get it. I might fall asleep writing. Like. So
you journal at the end of the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should try that.
Yeah, it can be a recap.
It can feels very, I don't want to say stressful in the morning.
Yeah.
With With everything going on, or just
sometimes it's that release, like, grateful for today, but it's also the expression of, man, tomorrow gotta be better, or tomorrow's gonna be just as good. Yeah. It's like gratitude, stuff like that. So
I think mine is just if I can get to it, like he said, probably just making a beat. I'm trying to get back to like I'm listening to like a lot of like back when the producers had their own sound.
Listening to real music.
Yeah. It's like like you wanted to go to Kanye, you wanted to go to Pharrell, instead of like going to one producer for the same, going to 10 producers for the same sound. So it's like I just been trying to do a lot of like studying back like in the old music, and that's really helped me. Cause even like the music when you listen to it is different. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't, we didn't hear about when women got on the song and rap. It was a respect factor. Now it's just like, look at this and look at that and look, like
bunch of phrases, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
I
like
make my best music when I don't listen to music.
That makes sense.
I stay away from listening. But I love everyone's take. I love it. I'm pulling from everyone.
That's what it's for.
She gonna write an album off of this. All right, so
this is amazing.
So for y'all two, best piece of advice you received about motherhood, and for us, fatherhood. So.
Oh man! All right, you going first? You been going first.
Piece of advice. The only real piece of advice I got was like in the delivery room. My sister-in-law was like, "Listen, when you get induced and they got to break your water, you better tell them you want your epidural before they break your water because it's gonna get worse."
Best advice.
And I was like, "Oh, I mean, I don't know. I've never had a kid before. Like, okay, but yeah, you need to get your epidural before they break your water because then it's not good. It's really not good." So yeah. So, other than that, but it's
the best parenting advice before the kid even got here.
Yeah. But I don't even know parenting advice.
That's so funny because I had that same pause. I'm like, who out here giving parenting advice?
Right.
I can tell. I got mine.
Like,
I got mine.
I have a great village.
Yeah,
like they instilled a lot in me, but I can't think of it.
I got mine from a lady that worked at remember they had the what was it Toys R Us?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there buying all this girl stuff because I knew it was a girl. And she was like, "Man, did the child here yet?" And I was like, "No, I still got another month." I was like, "But I'm gonna be prepared." She was like, "Here's the thing I'm gonna tell you: you're never gonna be prepared, and do as much as you can with her." Mm-hmm. I was like, "Until how long?" She said, "Until she don't want nothing to do with you." Mm.
So I like that. I like that though, because that's kind of how I am with my daughter. Like well, you might not know, but we do everything. Like she wrote a survey out today, and I had to do it. Like, what's your favorite? It's 3 answers for each thing.
I was like, what's she surveying?
Favorite animal? 3. I'm like, cat, dog, fish. Is it to eat? Is it a pet? Is it?
I like chicken, beef.
I mean, favorite brand. Like, but everything that she comes up with, like, I try not to tell her no. Like, and not from a standpoint of can we go to Disney. Can we, eat out every night? But from a standpoint, a standpoint of like, I want time with you. Can we watch Fresh Prince?
That's not.
Can we go for a walk? Mm-hmm. Can we? So that's not the advice. I guess one of the great pieces of advice was, no matter what, don't leave. Like stay with it. Yeah. Like you can't give up. Like
Yeah, like I remember I was listening to a song and this guy was talking about his daughter and he was like, it was almost like he was basically saying she gave him life, but he used it as a jail reference. And he was like, and I'm here to do all of my sentence. So it's like, I was like,
you stuck, you in there.
Yeah. So he was like, I'm here. No matter what happens, I'm not going nowhere. No matter, you could leave me. I mean, there's even times where my daughter, when I used to tell him, like, man.
That actually was good advice too.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, yo, the one thing I realized is like, yo, because she turned 10 and it was just like, she really wasn't fooling with me like that, and it was breaking my heart. And I finally was just like, you know what, man, I'm whatever. Like, you gonna need me before I need you type thing. That's what I was on. And
Whatever, Trevor.
when I left her, yeah, exactly, right?
Whatever, Trevor.
And when I left her alone, like she would come over the house, and I'd be like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And she would be like, "Dang, like I ain't how I'm used to getting greeted by you." Like, so slowly when she came back to being like 11, 12, it was like right back. But I think the one thing that helped was I didn't force the issue when she wanted to be left alone. And that's what I was telling him, like, yo, when it comes to that, he's already worried about it, and it ain't even happened yet.
Well, I think my thing was, it was like hard for me to see, because I'm like, nah, this the homie. Like, she rock with me through whatever. Like, I can make her upset just off, nah, we not doing that right now. But she right back there with it. And she always want to tell me about school. She always wanted to, like, but I am this person with the same jokes, the same style of clothing. Like, you go to school, you're starting to see other people. People have accents. People, like, have, just their experiences to where I'm not as cool as I used to be. Just because there's so many people that they're coming in contact with. And so I was just like, nah, there's no way that's going to happen. And I started to see it this school year where it's like, oh, now she has friends that she wants to FaceTime. Now she has people she wants to text and things like that. So, I
had a client say one time, if you parent your child at 2, 3, and 4, it'll make your life easier at 12, 13, and 14. If you are consistent with how you do things, you treat them, it'll make the teenage years a little bit better.
I'm experiencing that. I'll say
amazing.
that 300%. I'm experiencing that.
And
and
how
that's
would
just
you
open communication.
Yep, and you say like what you did at 2, 3, and 4. You feel like
I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
Times 10. Yes. Yep. And that's probably that's the best advice my mom ever gave me. As when it was me and Alexis for 9 years, just us, and it was like, you don't ever put anyone before her. Don't ever. And that doesn't mean not put myself first. But after me is her, and that's how it is with all my children. Real talk. I remember like when she was born and me and her dad were going separate, and my mom was like, "Don't you ever chase after no man. I raised you just fine by myself."
I love your mama.
You know, just as the best advice my mom gave me. Real shit. Because I thought I didn't have my dad growing up, so I didn't want my daughter not to have her dad. You know what I mean? And she has them, but we don't have to be together. Yeah. And just being 23 and it's like, I'm doing the same thing. It's like, no, you're not. You're doing it better. You're doing it better. You turned out fine. Everything is going to be great, But, like, I love my daughter with everything. I know we love our kids with everything in us. And as long as we continue to love them with everything in us and communicate, it's going to be great. Because she's on her, like, don't kiss me outside of my school type shit. That hurt me, too.
What age?
I was 12. Things changed at 12.
Okay.
She changed it in middle school. Yeah.
What's your girl?
Middle school.
She's 7. She'll be 8 next month.
Oh, you got time.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah,
You got so much time.
No, we're like in the same, like,
yeah.
Alita will be 9 at the end of August. So, like, the
3-4 years. You're
no, I'm about to say, no, I'm definitely good right now. But
just keep
I started to see
communicating.
them gradual things.
Yeah, keep communicating, man. I swear, it definitely helps. It's nothing we can't talk about.
No, not at all.
And I never had that. Not that I couldn't, but I never had that. So I love you, Mom. I'm just saying I never had that. I don't think I could just talk to you about anything. And we need to let our kids know that we're here for it all.
You're one of 4.
Yeah.
So, single mom, your mom is doing what she can to provide for you guys.
She definitely did everything she was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, what's a comfort food?
Cookies.
I knew you was going to say that.
I love cookies. And I'm not a sweet person. But give me a cookie or a donut we lit. Donut, litter.
Chocolate. Them daggone lint balls. Whatever that was.
You're nasty.
Like, I had them. Sometimes you just need you need a minute in your chocolate.
Yeah.
I think mine, it was Cinnamon Toast Crunch for a while until about 2 years ago. I stopped at this bakery in Bel Air, and every time I go somewhere new, I call one guy. And I'm like,
that spot tough.
The
I said,
donut.
yo,
That's
you-
fine.
Yeah,
Hey.
man. Look, I'm putting her
bought
on.
me-
We just had an event here. It was sponsored by them.
Oh, for real?
Who was it? Newberry?
Yes.
Oh,
Call
is it
me
the-
next time.
The, one-
The Cronuts.
Yes! Oh man! You
Yes.
Yes. Let me tell you
Nah,
what.
Newberry.
Yes.
Yes.
Them girls not there is no going back.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah.
me next time they in the building.
That's in
Yeah.
fact
Yeah, right.
You put me on last summer.
My comfort food is probably a chicken box.
No,
So
okay.
like 4 wings and fries.
That's a whole meal.
Oh, I can't
You
do
need all
that.
that comfort? I'm just saying you need all that.
So a lot of times I can't decide.
He be on the move too much. He be on the move.
But sometimes it's wings. Sometimes I'm like, man, wings would be good right now. The other times like, if I just had me a bag of fries, a bucket of fries.
He like real food. He like real food. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
Some mac and
not.
cheese.
I mean, because
Yeah.
it's not like I just go to ice cream or now.
Yeah.
There's a couple cookies that are good, but if I was like, man, only wings understand me right now. If I can get a big hug from a bag of fries,
I
I'm
love
cool.
it. I love it.
Yeah.
My kid be like, I need some olive tree.
I'm trying to get better
some
with
breadsticks?
fries.
Some breadsticks.
Yo, fries are so great. They're so amazing.
Yeah.
You like crinkle cut?
No. I like that.
What fries you? I'm talking two.
They got like a textured fry. It's not like a breading, but there's a couple.
seasoned fries.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Oh, it's like a crisp on the outside.
Boardwalk.
I love crispy fries.
If you have Venetian Palace,
Yes,
fries?
yes.
Yeah, it's like a crisp
I
or
was just
crunch.
talking about
yeah, so
them.
it's not crinkle, but it's not necessarily straight cut either. It's got like a.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
A breading on the
Yeah, they
potato.
batter the fry and dip it in. Oh, that's crazy. That's fat. That's like cheese stuffed fries or something. That's different.
Okay, so family activity. What's your favorite? We gotta let the ladies go.
Listen, we competitive. You know, she gets honest. Uno, man, we can like.
I was just
We can
oh no.
throw
Uno,
down.
that's ours.
We like.
Yes.
We get hateful.
What?
Hateful, writing down the scores. Oh yeah, we hateful.
Oh, we keep it in our heads, girl. We keep it in our heads.
Oh, no, somebody cheating if y'all do it like
It's
that.
always Lexi.
Somebody
It's
cheating
always
if we do it like
Lexi.
that. Yeah.
I think mine is playing Mortal Kombat.
Uno,
That's
yes.
dope.
Yeah, we
That's dope.
play Mortal Kombat now. So
We actually play
You got
apples
a
to
gamer
apples.
daughter. That's awesome.
No, that is fire. That is fire.
no, it ain't.
Yeah. it is.
No, it ain't.
Outside looking in, it seemed like it's
Nah, now
dope.
she beats me with Johnny Cage. Now I don't know what to do now. She be like, "I'll put some money down." I'm like, "All right."
It's your money coming right back.
yeah. I'm like,
Nah, we play a little Uno. We play apples to apples a lot. But me and my daughter, we've been on Fresh Prince heavy.
Binge
Like,
watch?
we like season 4. And it's dope watching it as an adult. Yeah, because I
You
was
missed a lot.
Yeah. They definitely got a lot of hidden adult humor
Yes.
in it, and I can relate in a whole
that's
different way.
all them
Yeah,
shows.
well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now some of them be a little too much. Fresh Prince is
Why?
Yeah, no, and that's why I like it
Yeah.
because it don't go too.
It's
Because I
not,
turned
right.
Martin on a couple times. I'm like,
and that's too
I
much.
don't know
I
if
tried
I
to watch
want
it.
my 7-year-old. And we watched it at 7, 8 years old. But while it was my favorite show then, I probably should have watched
We
it.
didn't have
a little-
options though.
That's true.
It was like
That's true.
this or
You watch it on
Hanging with
Thursday
Mr.
at
Cooper.
8.
Yeah.
You
Right.
watch it on Monday at 9 or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We probably got room for one more. I think. Let me check real quick. Dang, this stopped recording a little while ago. I think we got.
Oh, shit.
We got 15 minutes on there.
Oh yeah, well nah, I'm just gonna ask these next 2
All right.
questions. Which one thing you wish you knew before becoming a mother?
When I'd be one.
Dang, good answer.
Real shit. It was just kind of back up, you know, because I was back up in, but I ain't expected to back up, you know? So I just wish God it was like, hey, in 2009, there's a baby coming your way. Be ready. And I would have like prepared.
Yeah.
But you said a
mean-
wish. That was my wish. If I wish.
I don't know, like, my mom was always put together. Like, had to have her hair done, had to have her makeup done, always, like, put together. Woman is ironing t-shirts, okay? Like, I ain't got time for that. So, you know, I guess, I don't say role model per se, is, like, how to run a household. Like, you could, at any point in time, you could eat off my mom and dad's toilet because it was clean, because my mom was a neat freak. And, like, listen, I work too damn hard. don't eat off my toilet seat. Like, I mean, it's clean. My house is clean, don't get me wrong, but we live. And that's something I felt like our parents, like...
There was a special dedication to
that. Like, you went on vacation or they did a special thing where we busy. My kid's she's doing stuff. And I want to give her that opportunity to try new things and to do things. And if I got dishes in the sink...
Oh, wow.
Listen, there's always tomorrow. There's always going to be something. So I guess it's like learning my boundaries. Like what boundaries my parents may have had and learning from them being like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to do that. So I don't know. Like just do you. Like what works for your family. And you can't keep up with the Joneses. You can't because there's always going to be someone or a family that's always doing more, doing this or doing that. But you got to like do you and what makes you happy.
I say this to my partner a lot. Like, our parents set a foundation, but we get to pull from
those pieces
what we want to take to our own.
Yeah,
and I think that's very important. Like, we can't ignore what was instilled instilled in us. But we don't have to take it all into our next season with our own children.
Yeah,
no, definitely not.
That's so important.
Yeah. What's the question?
That was for them.
What's the question?
The question was, what's one thing they wish they knew before becoming a mother?
Yeah, what you wish you knew before becoming a pop?
Ugh, dang.
See, he's looking at it thinking like it'll be easy for us.
Just how to start, clean start, I guess. Like just not coming in here like a total mess up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I would have got help with my maturity level. That's what I wish I would have. Somebody would have told me what I needed to do maturity wise. Like, yo, this is a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
this ain't a homie. Like,
maturity comes with life, though. Yeah.
You gotta live through that.
Yeah.
You tell them, man, I wasn't there yet.
I was gonna say, you definitely still.
None of us will ever be there. Yeah. Like, we get
what about
there.
You?
We get there.
Because I'm like, I'm 30, I'm 39. I'm like, oh, I'm an adult. And I got adult money and I have a kid. Like, I'm like...
Yeah, I have to make decisions.
I don't... Like, what? How did I get here? Like, I'm 39. In my brain, I'm still 25. Like...
Look, I'm whatever you need me to be at the moment. Yeah. Youthfulness is a spirit. It's not an age. We gotta show up and show out.
Yeah.
You said
show up and show out.
What's one thing you wish you known before becoming a dad?
I think maybe how much it costs.
I'm serious. You're hilarious.
I think how much it costs.
They're in diapers, and then you give it a diaper, but then it's all the food they're gonna be. But next thing you know, it's the clothes
how much it costs,
the sports they want to be playing, or their extracurriculars. Or
I think the cost of sports is mad underrated.
Yeah.
Like, why football costs $2.15 to play?
You never knew what your parents was putting out.
But that's what I'm saying. I wish that was one thing I knew.
Yeah.
I mean, between time and money, like how much you really gonna get. Like, if you don't like cleaning somebody else's room, don't have kids. Like, my daughter's room be looking like a plane crash. Like, it's papers.
Hoarders. They are mini hoarders.
So you wish you knew how much cleaning was a part of parenthood?
I'm with that.
Yeah, I mean, my car, and they not in my car a lot, so I won't even blame them on the car. But I found a hamburger in my shoe earlier. I went to the gym. I'm like, yo.
You have a dog? You have pets?
We got a cat and a dog at the house.
You gonna blame your daughter for the burger and the shoe?
My shoe was in my car, in the back seat. I don't ride back there.
They don't. My daughter had to have for.
It might have been her.
Yeah, I don't ride in my back seat when I'm driving.
Yeah, like my kid had to have her closet in my husband's car.
Yeah.
They just, and I'm like, where? I don't know. It's around here somewhere.
Yeah.
No,
you think we got time for one more?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we good.
Okay, here's the last one. One mental health tip you swear by.
You need your time for you.
Can't pour from an empty cup. Yeah. Like, do whatever you have to do for you so that you are available for others.
What about you?
I say journaling. I say writing. I say expressing. Because sometimes,
that's a part of it, yeah.
like, because I know you guys have spoken on like therapy and counseling. I've never seen a therapist, but I feel like the 1,015 notes I have in my phone, the notepad that I've been writing in, it's a way to get some stuff out. And it's also a way, so I write to leave the breadcrumbs for the kids so they know what I was going through, know why I did certain things.
I just recently wanted, I just want to have these.
Yeah, because I don't know how long I'm going to be around,
Yeah.
but the writing that I've done allows them not only to get to know me, when I'm not here, but it also is like, dang, he had a studio and he ran a business and they can see the steps that led up to certain things, or they can see some of the frustration that I felt, or the gratitude and excitement, because there's so many emotions that we just don't give our kids because of responsibility or because of relationship and different things like that.
I feel like with our generation, our kids are, as I call Lita sometimes, a Velcro child, but we want them there. Like, I remember going to a room and hiding off where Leah's want to watch TV. She wants to be in the same room. At the same time, building my salon, my kid was there. She was the one. She was painting the baseboards. She was in it. She knows my clients. She knows where your kids are being brought up in this photography.
That's a blessing.
Yeah,
yes.
they want to be a part of us. Where I feel like when we were growing up,
yeah, it was take your kid to work day.
Yeah, we didn't have
one day I saw my mom's office a year. Real
My mom worked for Kmart. My dad was a mason, so
blessing.
you
is a blessing.
would know parts of what they do, and but they're very involved in our lives as to what we're doing, and I think it's a great thing because they see us busting our tails.
It's
they
so
see
powerful.
Us, working and seeing us work hard, because there is kids they just want to sit on their butts and make their
front row seat.
Yep, their money
to a
down.
not average career. You know what I mean? To a dream that has, that can have financial gain, but this is, we're not doing what typical moms and dads do.
Right, that's true.
So for them to have a front row seat to this, a choice.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, to see you build from where you
started. Oh, no, they was in here when there was
Yes.
nothing in here.
Yes.
They was in here when it was empty.
I'm thinking back to my door. I first got my first studio. I was like, Lexus, we gonna live here. I'm gonna work here. But it's gonna pay off.
Yeah.
And it has. But just thinking that, we do a lot for them. It will do a lot for them to know how we got it, opposed to just seeing it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw my mom make the money. I didn't know how she was doing. You know what I mean? I need to know. I need
true.
to.
Yeah, definitely.
You ain't gonna hurt me. You gonna help me.
Yeah, watching my kid, because I'm like, why? My mom was like, "You want sport."
I wish they gave us the
And I was
blueprint.
like, okay, so I played softball. Now we're doing. I'm like, I want to give my kid those opportunities, but to see her that I leave the house at 8:00 in the morning and I don't come home until after 9, because that's. And there are times where she's come to work with me. There's times that they need to see us providing for them.
And I think that's why my daughter and I's relationship is so amazing. Because she's been a part of every step. Not every step now. Sometimes you gotta learn when to let you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But she's been a part of every step that's involved me pursuing what I feel God has put me here to do. And that's important.
And I like that she has seen your dream, your vision. This is what you want.
It don't matter what the question was. Because your mind be instigating others.
To see that this is your passion, this is what you want, and this is your drive. So then she'd be like, oh, well, do I have? What's my drive? What do I see my mom doing X, Y, Z, but do I want to do music? Do I want to do this? Do I want to, to see them and us have our visions?
Because we could have been at Saks Fifth Avenue, or Frito-Lay, or APG.
Clorox.
There's so many.
I'm about to say, and I've been at all them
options.
spots.
No, I'm just, but you're here now. And that's the point.
Yeah.
It's like,
didn't want to stay in those.
It was something that was like more.
Yeah, I think
more.
one tip I live by is when you need to open your mouth, don't hold it back. If you really going through something and you need to tell somebody, talk to them. That's my tip. Is when you gotta open your mouth, open it.
That's where communication comes in.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to communicate.
Our parents talked at us. They didn't talk to us. It's okay. They didn't know. They didn't know.
No, they definitely
didn't. My mom talked that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, growing up, they did what they thought was best. And we're doing what we think is better. Yeah. And that's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
We definitely should be better than the people that raised us.
Definitely. So coming on here today, y'all got anything to say, as far as what y'all got going on?
Going on as far as what?
Trying
to survive?
Your hair. You want to shout out
plug your business, plug your services.
Studio 7. So that's us. That's me. My little sweet B Studio 7.
B Studio 7.
Been doing hair 24 years.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. Congrats.
Thanks. It's been not all, licensed, but when I started
Yeah.
out of school, they say that's like when you start your journey. So 24 years, been in the business.
You still enjoy it?
Yes and no.
Or that's a different podcast. That's a different talk.
So you learn like the grind.
Yeah.
So where I was in a salon for 8.5 years, and I learned what I liked and what I didn't like, and then I went to this other salon for 13 years, and my life became it was awful, and my mental health was a big play of knowing of what I wanted and what to do. I didn't enjoy doing hair. I didn't enjoy any of that. And then going and being your own boss, I mean, it comes with taxes and things that you don't want to have to be adult about, but then you have more free reign of like, how many hours do I want to work? Do I want to do this? What, like, doing that, like, ebb and flow of setting your own personal boundaries. And it was a big life lesson for me. But I am grateful that I did it because of everything that I went through with Alita this past year. Being able to be like, tell my clients, like, I can't
that
today.
freedom to.
I think I maybe worked 5 days in the month of March because I had what happened with
Flexible,
her. Yes, that I could do that. And I am grateful for the opportunity. I mean, I am where I am, and I'm glad that if I only want to work 2 days, I'm working 2 days. If we want to do whatever, I can do that because I've gotten to that point. And I will say, I love my clients. Like, I've known a lot of my clients for a really long time, so they're family to me. So I know, like, Lita will be like, oh, you got a long day. And I'm like, yeah, but I got a good day. Like, I got these clients coming. Like, I look forward to seeing, like, these people. So it's back to being able to do what I love again.
What about you?
Ooh, that's what we're here to do. Don't we?
Go ahead. So what's your little plug in there? I am
Shamika Marie.
What you do?
It's a whole nother episode. I'm a singer-songwriter, music producer, engineer. I am here to serve your ears. And I've been writing for over 20 years. And nothing makes me happy.
Where can they find your music?
All over.
Okay.
Let me stop. You can find my music on Spotify, iTunes, any DSP.
Okay.
Any DSP available, whatever you choose. YouTube, everywhere.
All right. Cool.
Cut that up. Don't do that.
Well, that was the episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. What they say, like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe,
Like,
comment,
share,
tag.
subscribe, comment, tag.
Yeah.
Whoever. And I'm thankful for these two beautiful women that came on here, and I'm thankful for you guys watching. And that's it for the Whatever Trevor Podcast.
Whatever Trevor.
Join the conversation because it's like you're doing this for a ton of people. It's not just you expressing. It's not just them expressing. Like, they touched on a bunch of stuff that people can relate to. People going to disagree with. We want to know, like, we're doing this to help the whole world improve. Like,
that's my. I'll be making T-shirts for my podcast.
Naps.
One of them's gonna say nap.
I'm writing songs for every episode.
One of them's gonna have a nap. That's exclusive though. Y'all gonna have to hit up.
No. Good parents deserve naps is fire. Good parents deserve naps.
That's a collab with me and Paisley Funk.
Cricket machine. Parents deserve
That's a me and a Paisley Funk collab. Good parents deserve naps.
With a nice quilty hoodie. A hoodie that you can actually go on the plane submerge yourself.
Yeah, that's fire.
And then the other shirt is gonna say, it's gonna have a smiley face on it. On the back, it's gonna say, "We will all be fine," because that's what she told me before I came up with the Whatever Trevor. Before she said Whatever Trevor. So we got each other. We'll all be fine.
Whatever, Trevor.